Okay, we're looking down at 3-4 suited hearts.
500.
Everyone's just limiting at 1-1 blinds. I decide to make it 500. Everyone calls me. Not an aggressive table. Everyone's just wanting to see a flop.
That's what everyone was thinking.
Flop comes down. Ace of spades. 10 of diamonds. 2 of hearts. We do have a straight draw and backdoor flush draw here. So we decide to go with the aggression of 1,500. Everyone folds apart from seat 1. It's quite a tight player. 9 of hearts now comes down, which does give us the flush draw as well as a straight draw. We do decide to check it back and hopefully hit on the river, which we completely miss. So we're gonna go for a bluff here.
3,500.
Make it 3,500. Player folds. We scoop the pot. Okay, our next hand, we've got 6 of diamonds, 7 of hearts. Blinds are 400, 800. We decide we're not going to raise from the big blind. We're just going to play 6, 7. Flop comes out. 2 of hearts, jack of hearts, 7 of diamonds. All red, 2 hearts with 1 diamond. It's not really the flop we want to see. But playing 6, 7, what flop do you want to see? We decide to lead out for 2,000, see where we're at. Seat 5 decides to call. Everyone else decides to fold. So we're going to go to a turn. Turn comes out 9 of diamonds. So once again, not a particularly good card for us because now there's 2 flush draws. We've got the hearts and the diamonds. But still, with the body language of player in seat 5, we decide to put a 5,000 bet in, which they do decide to call. King of diamond comes out, completing a flush draw. Now we're going to have to turn our hand into a complete bluff here. There's no other way we're going to win this pot. So we decide to put 4,200 in, representing that we've hit the king or the flush. They show their hand, they muck it, saying we win. They had ace 3 of hearts, missing their flush draw. Okay, we've got king of clubs, 10 of spades. Blinds are 200, 400. We decide just to call with this hand at this stage. Small blind calls, big blind checks. Now with these 2 individuals in seat 4 and 5, I can get a bit tricky with them. So we're going to see a flop. King of hearts, 6 of diamonds, queen of clubs. So we've hit our top pair. Seat 5 bets around about 800. We decide we're going to re-raise it, being that we've hit top pair. And we make it 2,500. Small blind decides to get out the way. And big blind calls. Going to see the turn, which is a 10 of clubs. So this now gives us 2 pair. It does put a flush draw out there, so it does cause a few problems. But we put a 5,000 bet in, see where we're at. Seat 5 does decide to go all in. We call, and they are on the flush draw, so we've just got to miss a club. 9 of spade comes down, we scoop the pot. Okay, here we go, our next hand. Jack of hearts, jack of clubs. The jiggities, the fish hooks. Blinds are 600, 1,200. We decide to make it 3,100. Feels like a good amount with the jacks. We don't want to inflate the pot too much, but yet we want to get people out with any of their 2 cards they want to play. Folds round to the small blind, who decides to make the call. Now round to the big blind, who also likes their cards, going to make the call. So we're going 3-way to the flop. Flop comes down, 4 of clubs, 10 of spades, jack of diamonds. Happy days, we've hit our set. No overcards, always a good thing for jacks. Seat 5 checks. Seat 6 thinks about it, can get out of line. They also decide to check. Now, because there's no real danger for us, we're going to be sneaky, put another check in as well. Turn card is 7 of hearts. Once again, no danger whatsoever. I do typically like to bet when I hit a set on the flop, but in this instance, I decided not to get players to bet on the turn, which they do. Seat 5 decides to bet. Seat 6 thinks about it. Calls seat 5. Now, we're not going to let them get away with just a small little bet like they've done. So I raise and put a 5,000 bet in. We'll have another look at our jacks. They're still the same cards. Still look good. Seat 5 thinks about it. After putting their little feeler bet in, decide to fold. Seat 6 goes, no, 5,000 sounds reasonable to me. They say they shouldn't be in the pot. Not too sure what they mean by that. So I'm guessing they've hit a little bit of something, but they decide to make the call. We're going to see a river, king of spades. Now, some draws do get there, but the way the hand's played out, I don't put them on any of the draws hitting. We'll have a little look. Yep, I reckon we're good here with our jacks. So we're going to put a bet in. Have a little check of them again. How much shall we make it? Well, like I said, there is the draws there, so we are a little bit of worried, but not too concerned because this particular player, like I said, they can get out of line and wouldn't play it this way. So we decide to put 6,000 in, which is a small bet for what's in the pot. Seat 6 thinks about it for a while, says to me once again, oh, I shouldn't have been in the pot. You can tell they really want to make the call. They want to see what I'm playing. You want to see what I'm playing, you have to pay. After thinking about it for a little while, Seat 6 says, no, I'm good. Decides to muck their hand. So it looks like we're going to scoop this one up. Last check. Yep, we're good. They muck their hand. We take the pot. Okay, we're at top table of a private club game. Look down at pocket 8s and put a raise in. They both call and we're seeing a flop. There's the 8s, what we like to see. Seat 8 to my right goes all in. So we snap all in over the top. And seat 5 is thinking about it. Now when he's thinking about it, I'm putting him on the flush draw. So ideally would like him to fold. Both seat 8 and seat 5 are loose aggressive players. So I suspect the call is coming. There it is. So we've got a three-way all in. Other players just quickly see what they're going to do and fold. So it looks like we're going to have to run it here. Yep, there's our cards. There's the 8. Oh. 2 clubs, so the flush draw as we suspected. An ace queen, which is pretty much running dead. Red card, good for us. Let's see another red card on the river. No, of course it's not. It's a club.